Okay, students, welcome to the playlist of management and entrepreneurship. We already discussed about the module one concepts like uh, definition of management, importance, nature, and characteristics of management, management functions, roles of manager, levels of management, managerial skills, management and administration differentiation, and then management as a science, as a profession, as a art. We already discussed these concepts. In this class, let's discuss about the planning. Okay, the now let's dive into the nature and characteristics or nature of planning. Okay, nature of planning. Okay. The very first step here I'm going to explain is planning is an intellectual process, or before intellectual process, planning is very basic function. We know the functional areas of management. What are the functional areas of management? Functional areas of management are planning, organizing, directing, staffing, controlling. Okay. The first step is the very basic step is planning in the functional areas of management, and then planning is an intellectual process. So that's why is an intellectual process means here the manager should take the decision. Manager should think before acting. Before a manager, if manager needs to give any opinion or any to conduct any meeting, conduct manager wants to conduct meeting, so manager to think before conduct meeting or any disclose the plan. Okay, and then it is thinking in advance. Okay, thinking in advance, it is planning that manager of organization decide what to do, what to be done, when to be done, how to be done, and how has to be done. Okay, and then decision making and is an integral part of planning. It is a process of choosing among alternatives. Obviously, decision making will occur at many points in the planning process. Planning is a continuous process, like a navigator constantly checks where is ships in going in the vast ocean. A manager must constantly watch his plans, must constantly monitor the conditions both within and outside the organization to determine if changes are required in his plans. Okay, so these are all the points we need to consider in the nature of planning. The first one is planning is a very basic function of organization of management, and then so the second part is planning is an intellectual process. Means manager should think before acting, and then planning should be done within advance. Means nothing but what to be done, how to be done, when to be done, who has to be done, and then planning is a continuous process, like navigator constantly checks where his ships is going on, or is going in the vast ocean. So it's like that only. So these are all the planning, nature of planning. Okay, and then planning is vital at all the levels of organizations. All the levels. What are all the levels of organization of management? Top level management, middle level management, and then lower level management. Okay, in the top level management is concerned with the long range planning involving 2 to 5 years of planning, and then middle level managers are concerned with the in the medium range planning involving few months to year, few months to years. And then the third one is lower level managers are concerned with the planning the activities of daily or week up to month. Workers plan is days work. Okay, and then planning involves four essential qualities. What are the qualities of planning? Planning must contribute to accomplish purpose and objectives. Okay, planning must be contribute. Our planning should be contribute our objectives of the organization and purpose of the organization. It must be considered as a parent exercise in all the process. Why? Because it is the first step of functional areas of management, and then it must spread through all management functions. Of course, the planning is very important for planning, directing, staffing, controlling, and then it must be efficient in such a manner so as to achieve the design goals at the least cost. Okay, and then our planning, importance of planning, it overcome uncertainty and change and minimize the risk. Okay, what is the example for this one? The importance of planning means it overcomes the uncertainty. If COVID will going to come, if any virus will going to come, any emergency will going to occur, our planning should be overcome any uncertainties, any changes, any risk. Okay, it facilitates the effective control. Okay, and then it focuses attention and concentration only on objectives of enterprise. It makes economic operation and leads to success. It forms the bridge between present and then future of the organization. And purpose of planning to select from many available alternatives so as to achieve the objectives of the enterprise economically, efficiently, and effectively. To direct all other functions of management, to set up the goals of enterprise in perspective within the environment, to help planned goals of the enterprise to break up into more easily and then able to additive segmented goals, to form the basis for budget, the forecast the future to avoid uncertainty and change, to provide effective control, to search for alternative and adopt the best way accomplishing the work, to focus the vision on the objectives and goal. Here there are multiple types of plans are there, like vision, objective, strategies, operational plans like standing plans. In the standing plans, policies, procedure, methods, and rules. Single use plans like programmers and programs and budgets, business plan. This is nothing but a hierarchy of organizational plan. Here, let's discuss about what you mean by vision. At the top of the hierarchy is the vision. This is the dream that an entrepreneur creates about the direction that his business should pursue in future. It describes his aspirations, beliefs, and values and shapes organization strategy. Visioning is an ongoing process. A vision should be brief, focused, clear, and inspirational to an organization employees. It should be linked to customers' needs and convey a general strategy for achieving the mission. In the mission, the unique aim of the organization that sets it apart from others of its type. It is an organization specialization in some area, service, product, or client, which decides the organization's scope of business. In addition to describing the scope of business, the firm mission statement may mention its cultural values. Vision also guides the development of strategies. It establishes the context within which daily operating decisions are made and sets limits on available strategic operations. Mm, objectives is totally specific targets to be reached by the organization. They are the translation of the organization mission into concrete terms against which the results can be measured. Here, I'm going to take an example for objectives. What are the first objective of the any university or college? University decision to admit a certain number of students, or hospital decisions to admit a certain number of indoor patients. Okay, this is the objective of the any objective or university. And then in the types of planning, let's be concentrate on next point. Based on nature of planning, the planning is classified as strategic planning, tactical planning. The strategic planning is nothing but a long range plan. Tactical planning is nothing but a short range plan. The strategic planning are done at the top level management are generally long term plans, whereas tactical planning are done at lower level, are of short term in nature. Let's we concentrate on the differentiation between strategic and tactical planning. The first difference is it is a long term. Strategic is nothing but a long term. A tactical is nothing but a short term. Done at top level management strategic planning. The tactical plannings are done at lower levels of management. And strategic planning, it consists of major goals and policies of organization and resources and facilities accomplish the goals. In the tactical planning, it consists of use of facilities and resources. Strategic planning, it is less detailed, focuses only on the long-term goals. In the tactical planning, it is more detailed since it caters to day-to-day operations and activities of the organization. In the strategic planning, it is based on the long-term goals and it is more uncertain. In the tactical planning, it is based on the performance and is less uncertain. And then let's concentrate on next standing plans. Here, standing plans. Here, in the standing plans, we are four type: policies, procedures, methods, and rules. The very important concept is policies and procedure. Now, let's we take differences between policies and procedure. Here, policies are done at top level activity, and the procedures are done like departmental activity. General guidelines of the organization is nothing but a policy. General guidelines at the action level is nothing but a procedure. Policies fulfill the objective of the organization. Procedures guide way to implement the policies. Policies are often made without any study or analysis. Procedures are always made after through study and analysis of work. Okay, and then process of planning, steps in planning, being aware of the opportunity, setting goals or objectives, considering planning premises. In the planning premises, there are multiple types. There are three types, like internal planning premises, external planning premises, tangible planning premises, intangible planning premises, controllable planning premises, uncontrollable planning premises. For example, what do you mean by premises? Premises is nothing but a limitation. Okay, in the premises, there are multiple types, like in the internal and external premises. Internal premises means internal limitations, like companies, internal companies problems, any problems. You can take any example, like recruitment process, anything. External premises means government policies changes, technological changes. That is nothing but external premises. And controllable and uncontrollable premises. Controllable premises nothing but a inside the company. Uncontrollable outside the company. Tangible is nothing but a tangible and intangible. Tangible is nothing but a what we can expect the changes inside the company, and then intangible means what we cannot be controlled outside the company. That is something with the intangible premises. And then identifying alternative number. And the fifth step is comparing alternatives in light of goals of choosing an alternatives, formulating supporting plans, numbering plans by making budgets. Okay, and then planning skill, ability to think ahead, plan, ability to define company objectives, ability to forecast future environmental trends, ability to monitor the implementation of strategies, ability to provide opportunity, appropriately timed intermeshed network of derivative and supporting programs. The limitations of planning. Planning leads to rigidity. Planning may not work in a dynamic environment. Planning reduces the creativity. Planning involves the huge cost. Planning is a time-consuming process. Planning does not guarantee success. Okay, these are all the planning skills and planning limitations. Okay, thank you. Thank you.